people includes the stories America told itself during some of the hardest times. On May 23, 1934, the notorious outlaws Bonnie and Clyde were shot and killed in Louisiana, ending a violent two-year crime spree that played out during the Great Depression. Money was tight, banks were feared and resented, and people were desperate for any story that felt like someone was beating the system. That's part of why, even as law enforcement saw the Barrow Gang as dangerous killers, some Americans treated them like folk heroes. For Maine, the significance isn't that they were ours, it's what the moment reveals about the country Maine was living in. A nation battered by economic crisis, grappling with crime, and beginning to modernize policing across state lines. Those same tensions were felt in Maine towns too, where trust, safety, and hardship were daily realities. It's a cautionary reminder that tough times can romanticize the wrong people, and that real community strength is built by neighbors who endure hardship without harming others. Until tomorrow, I'm Brian Sullivan.